Okay, before drawing a box and whisker plot, we need to find our 5-number summary. So that's the very first thing we want to do here. Now, to help us with that, it's usually useful to put the numbers in order. So we'll just quickly do that. We've got 3, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 10, 12, 13. Okay, so there's our numbers. So therefore our minimum is 3 and our maximum is 13. Now let's find our median, which is our middle value. So counting in, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 scores here, and then we've got 4 scores here, so our median is 7. Then we need to find our quartile 1 and our quartile 3. That's our lower and upper quartiles. So to do that, we look at the bottom group, this group of 4 at the bottom, and find the middle of those 4. So the middle of those 4 would mean I split this into 2 and 2. So the middle is in between 5 and 6, so that's a value of 5.5. Then we do the same with our top group to find our upper quartile. So 8, 10, and 12, 13. So the middle of that group is between 10 and 12. So the middle of 10 and 12 is a score of 11. Alright, so we have our 5 numbers. So now we can draw up our box and whisker plot. So let's start with a line across the bottom. And it might help to have our paper in a grid. Okay, so drawing a line across. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, there's our line. Our line has to go from 3 up to 13, so we need to mark those values on there. Let's just go up by 2s, 3, 5. Okay, so that's fairly squashed up, so it might be better to do spread them out a bit more. So let's say 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, and 13. Okay, that's a bit better. Alright, so we have our minimum at 3. It doesn't matter how high above this number line you draw it. Let's just draw our dot there at 3. Our maximum at 13. Then we've got our our lower quartile at 5.5. So that would be here. Our median at 7. Our upper quartile or quartile 3 at 11. Alright, that's our 5 numbers. So to finish it off, we just need to draw in our box for our box and whisker. So if we just put it around the middle there, draw the line in for the median. At 7. And also draw our whiskers in. So our whiskers must join our box to our endpoints. Okay, and there we have our box and whisker plot. Alright, moving on to example 2. If you need help for this, then continue viewing. If you think you're okay, then go ahead and try it yourself. Okay, question 2. We've got the box plot below represents the number of houses sold per week by a real estate agency over a period of 16 weeks. So what was the range in the number of houses sold? So our maximum is 23. Our minimum was 9. So our range is 14. The interquartile range, so our upper quartile, remember, is here, and that's a value of 18.5, minus our lower quartile, which is 11. So 18.5 minus 11 is 7.5. The median, remember, is the middle value, so that's 14. What percentage of weeks had sales of more than 14 houses? So if 14 is our median here, it means that above that line, from here to here, is 50%. Because remember, we split our box and whisker into 4 quarters. So that's 2 quarters, which is 50%. So 50% is our answer there. How many weeks had sales of more than 11 houses? Okay, 11 is our lower quartile. So if that's another 25% here, then from there up to the end point, 23, that's going to represent 75%. So 75% of how many houses were there? Sorry, how many weeks, not houses. There's 16 weeks, as the question states. So 75% of 16. And if you use your calculator to do that, remember it's 75 over 100 times 16, and that should give you 12. Okay, that's the end.